Welcome in, y'all. We're going to be doing some locks for week 5 of this NFL season. Last week, I went 4-1 in these, my only loss being picking Buffalo to cover against the Saints, and they did not. But we'll jump into it with Colts and Raiders. These are two teams that are on different paths. The Raiders started a nice 1-0 with a win in New England, have kind of been on a downturn ever since then, whereas Indianapolis has just increasingly looked better and better. They looked a little rough last week, some mistakes we haven't seen through the first 3, but they played a very good Rams team, and they put up a good fight in that game. They're favored by 6.5 at home against the Raiders, and I think the Colts are very well able to cover this and win this game by multiple scores. I really like what they're doing there in Indianapolis. They have a very good roster. They're playing great together, and Raiders have not looked great in recent weeks, in my opinion. So Colts minus 6.5 is my first one. Next game, you have Tampa Bay and Seattle, two teams that are both 3-1. I know Tampa Bay's been hit pretty hard with the injury bug, but I still think these are two teams on fairly level playing fields with each other. It's hard to put one too high above the other thus far in the season. And 3.5 seems like a large number. Maybe it's a trap, I don't know. But I'm going to take Tampa Bay to cover that, because even if Seattle wins this game, which I have Tampa Bay winning in my picks video, which you can go check out on my channel. But even if Seattle wins this game, I think it's a field goal game, like a 20-17 type of score, especially with how good Seattle's defense can be. I think this will be a lower scoring game. So I think them winning by more than the 3.5 points doesn't seem incredibly likely to me, especially I just think Tampa Bay might win this thing outright. So Tampa plus 3.5 there. And then our next one is Tennessee visiting Arizona, and two teams coming off losses. Tennessee coming off 4 straight losses, of course, sitting at 0-4. Neither team has looked great over the last few weeks. And 7.5 is a big number, do not get me wrong, but I think the Cardinals are good enough to cover this. I think they slowly work their way up to that number. They slowly increase the lead as the game goes on. I don't think it's a blowout by any means, but I just think Tennessee's defense kind of keeps it lower scoring, but their offense just hasn't been capable of doing much of anything. So I think the Cardinals cover 7.5 and win this thing. I don't think it'll be exceptionally pretty, but I do expect them to get it done. Then moving on to our next one, our last one here. It is Detroit visiting Cincinnati. 10-point spread here, massive. This game looked great before the season, and now with Burrow out, it's a rough one. And when Burrow went down, I thought the Bengals were going to be all right. I didn't think they'd be great, obviously, but Browning has shown ability to step in for Burrow and play decent football in the past. And it just really hasn't happened for the Bengals thus far. And until they prove otherwise, it's hard to take them in anything. They haven't been remotely close in their 2 losses thus far without Burrow. So give me the Lions to cover 10 points. It's a big number on the road. I know it's Cincinnati's first full home game since losing Burrow. So maybe they start to turn things around. But until they prove to me they can, I'm going to go against them. So unfortunate that such a good game won't be such a good game now with the injury, but I do have Lions minus 10. So should be another great week of football. Of course, let me know what y'all's picks were. And of course, if you disagree with any of these, I'd love to hear it. So let me know, and it should be a great week ahead.